Okay, I think that's 9:05, so we'll kick off now. So thanks everyone again for joining the webinar. So this is our SmartML Back to School Cram session. We'll go over the best back to school marketing tips and help you prepare your store for the upcoming sales period. My name is Josh. I'm the marketing manager at SmartML. And I also have Aaron here with me who will help answer any questions. So within this webinar screen, you can actually ask a question. Feel free to ask questions throughout the webinar. But if you want, we'll also have a 5-minute Q&A period at the end. And if there are some really good questions that we think we should wait till the end, we'll just leave it for then too. But just to go over a quick overview on what we'll cover today. So just to start, I'll give you a quick 2-minute overview on who we are. Then we'll go into why you should do a back to school campaign. Then some top back to school tips. And finally, the best channels for back to school marketing. So who are we? We're SmartML, and SmartML is the easiest way to send emails your customers love. Our founders started Blue Thumb here in Australia, which is Australia's largest online art gallery. They grew that to about $5 million in annual revenue. And along the way, they saw that email was really one of the most important tools to driving sales. But at the time, there was only tools that were really basic that you couldn't send personalized emails, or tools that are really advanced that were over $3,000 a month, that for a small growing team, it really wasn't in the budget and you didn't have the time or resources to use. So we created SmartML, and it's a super easy to use app that you can use to send personalized and targeted emails. So we integrate with Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce, and Neato, and also with a lot of other apps such as Just Uno and platforms like Facebook Ads. How it works, it's just a one-click app install from the relevant app store, and then we'll automatically start importing your sales and product data and all your subscribers, and then pair that with tracking and machine learning recommendations to give you a really easy-to-use app and really easy automated emails with the products that your customers are most likely to buy. So that's enough about us. So what we'll get into now is actually why should you do a back to school campaign? And last year, over $80 billion was spent in the US just on back to school alone. So it outperformed Mother's Day, Easter, and Valentine's Day combined. And it's the second only to Black Friday and Cyber Monday week. And it's really often overlooked by a lot of marketers. And the great news is that if you're running an online store or you're running a brick and mortar and an online store, that over half of all consumers this year are planning to shop online. And for college students who actually outspend regular high school and elementary school students, they actually start, or 44% of them said they would start their shopping online this year. And really, back to school isn't just for your lunch boxes and clothes. It really covers everything. So the average household spend for a college student going back to school this year is estimated to be $970. And this is how it's split up. So it's everything from personal care to food to home furnishings. So really, any store, regardless of what you sell, you should have a play when it comes to back to school sales. So now let's get into some tips. So just a little cheat sheet. So wherever you do place your campaigns, I think these are the most important tips that you should follow. The first is know when to start. So 77% of shoppers plan to start at least 3 weeks in advance. Given traditionally students are going back to school after Labor Day, you should probably start planning your campaigns right now. And that's why this is a bit of a cram session. But also note that different states and districts have different start dates. So some districts will have school start in August. So if you are selling to those districts, you'd want to get your campaigns out as soon as possible. And last point here is to note that while in the US and Canada and most of Europe, school starts in September or early September, in Australia and New Zealand, school actually kicks off in February or early February, late January. So if you are selling globally and into these regions, keep track of of how your back to school campaigns performed and keep the creative and run these to these specific regions at that time at early next year. So know your audience. So parents, who you're marketing to really should define your message and your creative. So for parents shopping for younger children, it's the parents who will be influencing the buying decision most, and that should be who your marketing message is geared towards. But for parents of older children, they increasingly have a higher say in what products their parents buy for them. And if your products are geared towards older children, you might want to tailor your marketing message to them rather than their parents. Of course, for college students, while parents for younger children and or high school age children and less might only be buying clothes and school supplies, for college students, as you saw, they really shop across a wide range of products. And so regardless of what you sell, or if you do sell across a wide range, make sure you show all that and not just focus on traditional back to school products. And if you are selling to college students, even though they do outspend children by 2 to 1, they are often cash strapped. So give them great deals and really play to that emotion. And same with teachers. They're often buying school supplies and things for the classrooms. So give them a bulk offers and show your appreciation to them as well. Next is to make it easy. So it's often that you're selling all year round, and it's easy to just put together an email campaign or a Facebook ad saying your back to school sale and linking to a few products. But you really want to make your site tailored around that too. So the whole shopping experience should be back to school, starting from your ads to the last purchase. So rather than linking to a product, create specific collections on your site that feature back to school items and have a back to school banner showing a discount code, or if back to school items are purchased and the coupon code applies, make sure that's automatically applied when they get to checkout. You can also create bundles for essentials to make it even easier for parents. So if you know that they need their colored pens, their booklets, their lunch boxes, put that all together in one bundle and offer a discount. So parents just have to come in once, buy that one bundle, and then they can easily check out. And if you're doing that, make sure you also split these bundles based on your audience. So if it's for older, younger children, college students, and also for gender. So I thought this was a really great example of how Best Buy does it. My younger sister is actually going back to school next month, and I didn't realize that. I guess for us working around technology a lot, it seems pretty easy to decide what laptop you'll buy, but for most students, they have no idea. So doing this quick wizard, as you might want to call it, makes it really easy for them to figure out which laptop is best for their needs. Next is optimized for mobile. So last year, Shopify saw mobile account for 64% of all sales during this period, and that was a 10% increase year over year. So that's only going to increase as you go forward, or it's only going to increase this year, and we could even see it past 75% of all sales. So make sure your sites are mobile optimized, make sure there's great payment options. If you are available to offer Apple Pay or Google Pay on your checkout, make sure that's enabled. And your ads and your video should also be enabled. So 30% of parents said they're planning to do at least a quarter of their back to school shopping on mobile. So if you are marketing to parents on Facebook or other platforms, make sure your videos and of course your site is optimized for mobile. And a optimized video for mobile would be in portrait mode rather than landscape. This one, to leverage marketplaces. It's a bit out of left field. I know a lot of e-commerce store owners, they really don't want to cannibalize their store by by putting their products on Amazon or other marketplaces. But you shouldn't really look at that. Over 50% of product searches start on Amazon, and it's a great way just to get your products in front of potential new customers and them to get familiar with your brand. So, but you don't want to put your entire store on Amazon. Just list a few of your staple products that you know are really good sellers, and then keep all your exclusive promotions and your new products on site. And hopefully some customers might even see the product on Amazon, do a bit more research on it, land on your site and find your back to school offer. And that way you really get free advertising from Amazon. Now let's move on to the channels. Back to school marketing, there's a lot of traditional channels, but because you're targeting students and a younger demographic, there's some channels that you probably aren't marketing on right now. The first is TikTok. To be honest, not a lot of us know too much about it. It's a new platform that's come around in the last couple of years that primarily focuses on a younger audience. Almost all of their users are below the age of 24, and they say 16 to 24, but it's probably a lot younger given what they can actually report. However, there's no paid ads manager on TikTok, so if you are going to try to run TikTok ads this back to school campaign or this back to school period, you probably want to go with influencer content. Original content is the other method, but since there is no paid boost, you probably don't have enough time to build up a great content strategy on TikTok. So if you partner with influencers, a lot of the influencers on TikTok are micro influencers. You might be able to get some success there. One brand that recently did it was Gymshark. They do higher end gym apparel. So they already had 2.9 million followers on Instagram, but they recently did an experiment with TikTok, and they partnered with 6 really micro influencer accounts in categories across health, fitness, lifestyle, and dance to promote their Get Fit challenge. And they saw amazing results. So their hashtag had 45.5 million views, over 1 million likes, and the engagement rate really stands out at 11%. You really don't see that on platforms like Instagram and Facebook anymore, but because TikTok is a young platform and there's less competition, and probably viewers are less exposed there to paid advertising, you can really see outsized engagement rates. Platform is Snapchat. So again, Snapchat, the vast majority of their users are under the age of 25. And traditionally, Snapchat has more of a built-up influencer marketing base and also a lot of original content. But you shouldn't really discount their paid options. They only launched this maybe a couple of years ago, and a lot of brands have been seeing a lot of success. And it's a great way to be creative and get in front of localized audiences as well. If you do have a brick and mortar store and you are primarily selling to customers in a specific region, try on-demand geo filter or sponsored lens and see how that goes. And you can also try Snap and story ads. So yeah, these are just some examples. This is a filter that you can use, or this one was a story ad by 5 Star. They do binders and other back to school goods. And you can place your story ads in here where they show among other original content. Next is Instagram. So Instagram, while the majority of users are still under the age of 30, um, it is a bit older, but the creative here on Instagram, I think, really differs to something like Snapchat and TikTok. Instagram is great for brands that have really good aesthetic, like brands that will be in the clothing and beauty space. But if you are selling lunchboxes or things that might not have the best aesthetic, maybe it's not the platform for you. But one benefit of Instagram is that if you are marketing to your email list or existing customers through a custom audience that you launch into a Facebook Ads Manager, and you don't know their age and gender, you can segment by that in Instagram and then use Instagram to send out different messages based on those demographics. And yeah, like TikTok and Snapchat, there's influencer marketing options. And they also recently launched story video ads that will show inside Instagram stories as you go through all your friends. So that's a great opportunity, and probably there's probably less competition on there, given that the ad format is pretty new. Next is Facebook. So if you're marketing to parents, Facebook is probably the platform for you. 79% of 30 to 49-year-olds have Facebook accounts. And yeah, it's just some cool stats. So it's 91 of back to school related Facebook posts last year were shared on mobile. So like I said, you really want to make sure that your video ads and your content and everything on site is really optimized for mobile, because that's where the vast majority of shopping is going to take place this year. And one thing that Facebook found is that it's a highly emotional time for parents, and the best advertisers tailor their creative based on the topics that resonate with their emotions. So even if your products aren't for back to school, you could still use this back to school period to market to parents who might be going through an emotional time. I really like this one from Bed Bath & Beyond with a mom that's waiting for her kid to move out so she can make his bedroom into a yoga, into her own yoga studio. I thought it's a great example that even if your products aren't for students, they can still be for parents, and this is a time when parents are buying as well. This is another one just showing the aesthetic that's usually required on Instagram. This is by Target. And this is an example from a bike store in the US using Facebook's filtering to be able to go deep onto the actual students of a specific university and giving them a discount. One thing Facebook also found is that by putting in-situ shots of students actually wearing your products or using your products in a school environment greatly increase the engagement rate and the conversion rate from ads. Yeah, these are just some of the emotions that were expressed through Facebook's messaging platform that they picked up on. So pride and affection, kids out of the house, transitions, and planning. So next is Postcards. So yeah, not a digital platform, but it can still be extremely effective, especially this time of year. It's not the holiday season, so you'll probably find Postcards are a little bit cheaper. But as we said, back to school sales outranked all other holidays and are second only to Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So there is enough opportunity here to use a postcard and get it for quite a good deal. And Postcards now, it's not just sending it to everybody in a specific neighborhood. You can really get targeted with tools like Lob, and you can target based on gender, how many kids they have, how big's the family, income size. There's a lot of targeting options. It's almost like a digital platform like Facebook now. And to track your postcard advertising, if you are going to do that, make sure you use specific coupons for postcards so you can see how many conversions came through, and also use specific landing pages. So if if a potential buyer does use a postcard to go on your site and they don't buy it right away, you can actually retarget them elsewhere with Google Display Ads or Facebook ads because you know they're probably an interested parent or student. Yes, finally, it wouldn't be a presentation if I didn't mention email marketing. So with email, it's 8 times easier to sell to your existing customers than your new ones. Unlike a lot of the other platforms that we mentioned before, email is all about your own subscribers that you've already got and driving repeat purchases. And that's great for this back to school period because repeat purchases actually have double the average basket size. And if you're using an email platform like SmartMail, you could really have a lot of data based on those past purchases to send relevant content. So like I said before, if you are, make sure you split up your marketing messages by by segments. So that could be college, high school, elementary school, but it could also be based on gender or even the specific products that they purchased. If someone's into gaming or someone's into skating, you can really tailor that message based on the last products they purchased or what they've shown to like on your site. And with email, it's really easy to send different creative to different audiences. And you can also share really great content as well. If you aren't just sharing your products, you can also share back to school planning guides, as you saw before in that Facebook and Instagram emotions chart. Planning was the #1 emotion that parents or buyers expressed during this back to school period. So make it easy for parents and give them checklists or back to school shopping guides or a book on how to deal with their emotions if their kids are leaving for the first time. And then from there, retarget them with the email flows, leading them to your products. Yeah, these are just some great examples. Like I said, yeah, share relevant content. This is one by Aldi showing a quick lunchbox recipe. This is not so much a list, but it's cool creative from Urban Outfitters, just showing a checklist to prepare for back to school. And Zara really using great imagery in their email. Yeah, now we'll actually get into a Q&A and answer any questions. We'll just... Anybody have any questions? You can, there's at the top of the Zoom, there's a Q&A there and you can post a question. Okay, I didn't think any for today, but that's okay. Yeah, I will just show this last discount code. So if you're not using SmartML already, we'd really like to show you the app and can help you with your back to school campaigns as well. So if you use this code SCHOOL50, you can get up to $50 credit back on your first month, plus free migration assistance from our team. So if you're on MailChimp or another platform, we'll move over all your lists, your automations, your forms, and your designs. So it's really just like sending your next email on us. And yeah, we'd really love to help you send better email and get ready for this exciting back to school shopping period. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can go to smartmail.com. There's a live chat there, so you can ask any questions to our team, or you can email support@smartmail.com, and we're happy to answer any questions, even about the webinar, if you have them later on. Okay, thanks everyone.